What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, well, now wait a minute. Now here, Well, but this is a solo thing, so, no, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. All right, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Paul Gilbert. Yes, indeed. How about that? Paul Gilbert making his debut on the channel.
Get some facts and come back and see me.
Well, making his solo career debut, I should say. I mean, he did appear earlier on the channel with Mr. Big, but as a solo artist, he's making his debut on the channel, so put a little asterisk there, I guess. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Sean, and this is actually one of Sean's 3 prioritized requests for the month of October for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Sean. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Sean wanted to see me react to this. It is Paul Gilbert with a tune called Jackhammer. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Marco Miniman, okay? And the video has 158,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Paul Gilbert, Linus of Hollywood, and Marco Miniman, the Jackhammer. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
In the key of F sharp, this is Jackhammer, featuring Marco Miniman on the drums. He's amazing. Linus of Hollywood on the bass, and I'm playing guitar, like I said, in F sharp. F sharp might be one of the meanest keys.
I agree with that. Can't help but notice he's playing his Paul Gilbert signature Ibanez either. Can't help but notice that. He's got a really nice signature guitar, I gotta say. I've seen a few of them floating around in music stores, and I mean the price point is high, yes, but for a signature guitar, it's not terrible. It's not way out of range. And from what I've heard from a lot of guitar players, it's a really nice guitar to play too. So it looks good. Anyway, let's see what the Jackhammer is all about now. got a nice groove to it, actually. Even with it being in 7. With that, well, 3 measures of 7 with a measure of 11. It still feels good. I think the reason it does is because deep down, it still comes out to 4. You know, it still does. So it feels good. So far, so good. Let's keep going here. Nice. On that last line, I like how the bass player went down the octaves. Started up, 2 octaves up, went down 1 octave, and we went down to the root octave. Nice. Really nice. Still playing the same unison line with Paul, though. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's I don't hear anything bad. I don't hear anything bad at all. I wonder if I'm accurate about that 11/8 measure, though. I know I'm accurate about the 7/8. 7/8, 7/8, 7/8. I know I am about that. Now, my only question is, I think I actually might be wrong. I think it might be 10/8, not 11/8. I might be off by 1. I'm going to have to zero in on that, see if I'm right about that or not. Oh my God, not more smoke. We don't need that. Almost had a YYZ feel right there on the cymbals. Nice crossovers. Nice depressing. Wow, he's got a splash hi-hat. That is cool, man. I like that. Stick on the... Nah, man, I must have been seeing things. One, 2, 3, 4, 1. Actually, it might be 9/7. Okay. I was way off. It's 9/7, not 10, not 11. It's 9/7. I just counted. I made it simple. I went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it lined up perfectly. I think I was getting tripped up on saying 7, and that made it come out. So, okay, so it's 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 9/8. Okay. There it is. There it is. All right. There we go.
Marco Miniman, the Jackhammer!
Is that why they called it Jackhammer, because of him? I was expecting this to be far more focused on Paul Gilbert. Okay, well, I mean, look, it is what it is, so. Interesting tune. Not really a whole lot to talk about other than what I've already talked about in the reaction, so this is probably going to be a pretty short review. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was, Paul Gilbert was there, but I mean, I feel like Marco Miniman was the focus, but in any case, it was titled Paul Gilbert, so Paul Gilbert with Jackhammer. This was a request from Sean, and this was actually one of Sean's 3 prioritized requests for the month of October for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Sean. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. There really is not a whole lot to talk about that I haven't already discussed during the course of the reaction. So this is probably going to be a pretty short review. I'm going to hit some bullet points, just review a couple of the things I discussed earlier, and that's going to be pretty much it. Let's start with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, the song was nice. It had a good groove going to it. It was a pretty solid groove. It didn't, here's the thing, even with the awkward time signatures, it didn't feel awkward. Like, it didn't feel like it was all over the place and you couldn't groove to it. No, it was a pretty easy groove to follow. It felt good. It didn't feel weird at all. It was 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 9/8. Okay, I want to be clear on that. I was wrong at the beginning with my assessment. No, it was 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 9/8. Once I counted 3 measures of 3/8 on that last measure, I noticed that my 3 counting was lined up right with what the drummer was doing. I was like, oh, okay, now there we go. Which then makes me wonder, is it 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 9/8, or is it 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8? The way that the drummer was phrasing his pattern coming out of it, I mean, it kind of felt like when I was counting 3, it lined up like almost perfectly. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. No, I think for the sake of simplicity, I think 9/8 would probably be the easier way to write that out. So it probably is 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 9/8, probably. Then again, maybe it is 3 measures of 3/8. In any case, it all adds up to the same thing. It was a really fun thing to figure out. It was. I had a really good time counting this. As far as the playing goes, the guitar playing, considering the fact it's Paul Gilbert, I was expecting, okay, the title of the video I have here is Paul Gilbert Jackhammer. So I was really kind of expecting this to be more of a showcase about Paul Gilbert. Paul Gilbert actually had very little to do with this. And same thing with the bass player. I mean, they were playing, yes, they were, but the focus of this song really was on Marco Miniman, on the drummer. So I feel like the title might have been a little misleading, but it's okay. I mean, like I said, what Paul was doing on the guitar and what Linus was doing on the bass, it sounded good. It did sound good. I got no issue with anything they were doing. I was just expecting a lot more considering the fact that Paul Gilbert was involved. So, but it was fine. It's what they did sounded good. I like the unison work between Paul and Linus. Very clean. And I like how Linus was moving around the octaves. He wasn't just staying in the one octave. He was moving around. So that was really nice to hear too. As far as the drumming goes for Marco, yeah. Some nice drumming, nice skin work in particular. He was utilizing the cymbals, but here's the thing. I never felt once like he was overusing the cymbals. I never felt once like he was relying on the cymbals, like some other drum solos that we've seen in the past. No, he did a really nice job, a nice blend. I really dug that splash hi-hat that he's got. I've heard those before, but I've never actually seen one being utilized, like visually seen one being utilized. That was really cool. And I love the placement that he had over on the left-hand side, like about the 2 o'clock mark. You know what I mean? I think that was a really good placement for that. Being able to utilize it as a combination of symbols and splash. So it's right there, you know, within a couple of other symbols. I think that was really smart. Give it some diversity. No, overall, I had a really good time listening to this. It was a nice little jam. It really was. I'm really confused about the Nassau outfits, but listen, it is what it is. So, I mean, if anybody wants to give me some context as to what the heck that's all about, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to. Does it really matter? Would it affect the score? No. It just kind of caught my eye, and I'm like, what's up with that? Anyway, 8.3, I feel good about that score, and that is where we're going to stay. So, 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.